Ted Jenkin joins us, as he does each and every Tuesday. Came over the house on Friday, Steve. Ted did.
That's what I heard.
And as soon as you walked in, my little 9-year-old Ariel, who's got to pimp these Girl Scout cookies, it's the first time, Ted and our relationship has just started, and I'm trying to broaden our friendship and our partnership and whatnot and get to know each other. And he walks in, and Ariel just charges him and says, "Hi, I'm Ariel. Would you like to buy cookies?"
Wow.
And how can he refuse? And
You
he did.
can't.
He bought like 6 boxes, but I felt kind of bad, so I apologize for getting bum rushed by my 9-year-old.
It was a great sales pitch. She was good.
Yeah, she was
went
good.
right for the close. It took 30 seconds.
You couldn't say no. You were like in her house and, a cute little thing looking at you, and you had people looking at you going, "Hey, big money guy, you going to buy a couple boxes of Girl Scout cookies?" You kind of had to do it.
Well, this is one of the things that's going up in 2015 because I thought I was doing a good thing, and I figured I would spend $20.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'll take 6 boxes. And then she said, well, it will be $4 a box.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be $24.
Oh, hit you in the pocket right there, didn't it?
By the way,
extra $4.
yeah, and she is a closer, and I bought mine online. I've already bought 4 or 5 boxes.
Attaboy.
But
because that's what they do now this year. You can buy them online, so she doesn't. You don't have to send the kids door to door.
My only complaint is it's like you buy $16, $20 worth of cookies, and it costs $11 or $12.50 to mail.
They don't. Do they charge you for that?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, because I'm having mine delivered here. I can't have them delivered to the house.
What's cool also is if you don't.
Homeless people eat the hell out of those cookies.
They'll look at your package like, "Girl,
I know what that is."
Also this year, the Girl Scouts, if you don't want the cookies, but you want to help the cause and help out, your kid or neighbor's kid or whatever the case may be, you can have them shipped to the troops, which I think is really cool.
I do too. I think that's great.
That's what I'll be doing.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Well, did you check that on the thing?
I don't know if I did, but if I don't, have her check the box because I certainly don't want them to come to the Jenkin household.
I'll handle that for you.
No good keeping tag-alongs in the fridge.
So is that one of the 10 things that price as far as going up in 2015 Girl Scout cookies?
It actually wasn't on my list, but now that I think about how much money I spent at your house,
that was the least of your worries.
Besides the donation I made to the Bally Casino there.
Yeah,
you don't want to talk about that. I'm having to cut back on my advertising. Well, what's your subject matter again today?
Well, there are a lot of things that are going up here in 2015. And I think if you're going to think about managing your family finances right, you've got to look at what is smart to buy, and then you've also got to pay attention to what's going to be going up in your regular life. So I wanted to share with the listeners some of the things to watch out for, because if you have some of these basic habits, you could have a lot more money expense-wise in your family finances.
Let me guess, milk. That's on your list.
Well, next to it, it's eggs, actually.
Oh, okay.
Milk may be going up, but eggs are going to be big. A lot of people don't realize that starting in January 1st, California put in a new law for chickens.
What?
I'm deadly serious about this. They put it in that the chickens have to have more space to roam. And because of that, a lot of the farmers, this is hysterical. It's not going to be so hysterical when you buy eggs. But because of that, they're going to have less birds now per feed. And you're going to see prices go up probably about 30% this year for eggs.
30%?
Yeah.
And I buy that as organic eggs, and those aren't cheap.
That's going to be really expensive.
Those are like $4 a carton or a dozen or whatever you call them.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them get to 5.
That's sick.
And in addition, Italy had one of the worst years. Olive oil production was down huge, 37%. So you're going to see olive oil prices spike like crazy. So if you're, if you cook and you're trying to eat healthy, and you go get a big tub of olive oil, it's going to cost you a lot more money this year.
Yeah, that's pricey. We just bought like 18 gallons at Sam's Club, and it was,
well,
you got to put it on a cart of its own, and you wheel it out, then you drag it home behind your truck.
Sam's is a great place, but man, you got to have some storage room at your house. Because that you're buying in bulk. That's big stuff.
You got to have a room just for that stuff. All right, what else is on the list?
Well, Steve is going to like this, but bourbon.
Yeah, come on.
We have big this year. Bourbon's extremely hot. Sales have been up 36%.
That's God's nectar. It's the gift.
Well, and it's just a hot, liquor right now.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I swear there's tears of angels in that. It's that good.
There was a guy, I was at the liquor store not that long ago, and he was having a conversation on the phone, the guy that owned the store, and he was talking about this special bourbon that he had just gotten in, and it's like very rare.
Was it the Pappy Van Winkle?
I have no idea.
Boy, that's expensive.
I just know that he had people bidding on this bourbon. He paid $150 for the bottle, and he had guys calling him that were willing to give him $1,500, $2,000
what that was
for this bottle of bourbon because it was rare. I'm not I have no idea.
I like bourbon whiskey. I like Jesse James, Jack Daniels, but also like Woodward Reserve and Four Roses. That's kind of where my head is.
So what's a bottle of bourbon on the norm, on average, cost?
A fifth, what, Ted? $18?
$18, $25 it can be.
Somewhere in there.
But you're seeing a much higher demand at this higher level, like you're talking about, people that want these high-end bourbons. You can spend hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, per bottle.
So it doesn't matter on a higher brand.
Higher,
it's going
to be even more expensive.
It's just all going to go up. But why is that?
It's just
because
supply and demand right now.
Demand?
It's very, very high. And you know what? It takes a long time to produce. When they produce it, they just don't know how many people are going to sell 18 years from now. So it gets very difficult. So you're going to see that go way up.
Okay. Gotcha.
Healthcare is going up big this year. You've seen it already if you apply for open enrollment, but the average premium for individual is going to be over $5,000. And it's going to be up somewhere in the ballpark between 10 and 15% this year.
Ours, I don't know whether you've seen it or not, but you got to pay, I guess, 5 on an individual and 10 on a couple before that starts getting taken care of.
I think there's a probation period before they let me fix my teeth.
But it's great if you have.
I haven't got the email yet.
Until then, I've told you not to smile. But yeah, catastrophic and things like that, you're going to be okay on. But most things you do are going to spend a couple grand. But I spent $4,600 last year and never got to my what do you call it?
Your deductible?
My deductible, yeah. I missed it by literally $400.
Yeah, I just think it's a line item. If you have a family of 4, you're going to see those prices go up because it's getting more expensive for employers, so they're going to share more of the cost with you, and premiums are going up overall.
Oh, no, she's got military insurance. So her and the kids are taken care of.
So you just got to do you?
I just got to do me, and I go to a old Indian witch doctor, so I'm fine.
Yeah, smart. That's what my dad did, too.
I just pay him in cartons of Marlboro Reds.
Hey, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
I'm healthy as a horse. What else you got?
College costs are going up huge. This is just simply the law of supply and demand.
Obama said 2 years free community college.
I knew you guys were going to talk about that. Free community college for 2 years?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's worked out okay in the state of Tennessee. It's actually close as one of the places that have piloted. So despite that, your average 4-year college cost is going to go up somewhere in the ballpark of 6 to 8%.
And
not stopping.
The mindset of the high school kid, I think now, is that, and I said this the other day when we were talking about the Obama 2-year free community college thing, is not that it's not the old mindset of you have to go get a 4-year degree, if not longer, in order to get a good paying job, and then you have the white picket fence, and you have the wife and the kids. I don't think that's the mindset anymore, and I don't even know if parents are pushing college on kids anymore, because they're the Gen Xers that are watching their kids now get ready to go to college are seeing they're still in debt from their college days. And a lot of people, not everybody, and I'm pro college, but I'm just saying a lot of people go, I've never even used my college degree, and I've got $25,000 to pay off on my student loans, and it's been 15 years. So I don't even know if parents are pushing college on kids anymore.
Well, I think the schools are still pushing it. The issue is that parents are saying, you know what? That $60,000 college that's out there, maybe that doesn't make sense. Maybe it makes sense to stay in here in the state of Georgia. So you're going to see a school over the next 5 years, I think, like Kennesaw State, become very, very attractive as the campus builds, because parents are going to say, you know what, I'd rather spend $10,000 or $15,000 for an undergrad degree per year versus going out of state. In addition, you're seeing some of the surrounding states working on sort of a reciprocity deal with the state of Georgia through something called the Academic Common Market, where people may be able to get in-state tuition for out-of-state schools depending upon their major. So you're going to see more of that because it's just getting too darn expensive, even for the wealthy people.
8 out of 10 people I know don't use their college degrees in what they do for a living,
which is nuts. It makes no sense. If I went to school, damn, you should go in that direction.
I mean,
you would think.
If anything, college is great for learning a little bit about life, and you kind of put into different scenarios, but as far as education, and again, I'm pro college, but it was just like, I don't use my degree.
Not for $250,000 a year. For 4 years, $250,000, a lot of money.
It's a lot.
You got 3 kids, you're talking $750,000.
I think you got to do
a buttload of money.
I'm going to get my kids together and do rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins going to school and the others don't.
All right, finish them up, Ted. We got to wrap this up.
All right, you got to. I'll give you 2 more in here, and you can get the rest if you go to oxygenfinancial.net. Taylor Swift music.
What? It's going up in 2015?
Well, she shut down on Spotify. Her music was on there, and she shut it off.
That was brilliant.
Which is a brilliant financial move because, she's very popular, and she's going to be able to charge more for her albums now, which she is through places like iTunes. and her concert tickets are through the roof.
Because she got off Spotify.
Yeah, well, it was free. I think it was I want to say it was about 16 million people were listening on there. It was a pretty big number, and just shut them off.
Yeah.
So it's free. It's free music that was on there.
She said, no more. You want it, you're buying the whole album. But the thing is, which 13 songs, this chick's got 9 hits.
Yeah. Well,
She's still on RDO.
Yeah. Oh, she is?
So you can listen on there if you're streaming on RDO.
I mean, this is.
I came into work listening to that this morning. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Nothing's better than getting it in the gym and getting medieval to this song.
Yeah, I can name about 10 things. All right, one more, and you want to get
And one
out?
more in here, I'll just say, for those of you that have that morning coffee habit, there was a major drought in Brazil, and coffee's going to go way up this
I read
year.
that,
K-Cups are actually up almost 10% already, so if you're seeing that at the workplace or you use that at home, but if you go into Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, don't be surprised to see that price go from $1.80 to $2 or $2 to $2.20. 20 cents more for that coffee habit.
And if you're a Keurig maniac like myself, like I love
Me
that
too.
machine.
Yeah.
The new ones, the 2.0s, I'm telling you, because they try to trick you with that sensor. One, you can YouTube and find a way to beat the system if you want to go through that process. But two, there's this oops hotline that shows on the new Keurig 2s. Their customer service is fantastic. They will send you about $100 worth of free coffee if you call and ask them to do so. And they'll give you coupons for their website to get free coffee. $100, because I had all this coffee and I couldn't use it. They sent me 3 boxes of, I think there's 32 or 36 cups in there for free. Absolutely free.
Wow.
You just
I
had
had to do that.
Yeah, they sent me a coupon code. I went to the, because I love free stuff. I'm so frugal is the word I use.
I like that.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
It just ain't cheap.
You just got to call and ask, man. You just got to call and ask. It's not cheap. It's frugal.
I'm kidding.
Totally different worlds.
You're right. You're right. I respect what you do.
Is that your dime? If not, I won't.
No. I just hate watching you clip your coupons.
Ted Jenkin, where can people find you in the rest of the list?
Hey, look, we talked about what's going up, but do you want to know the 5 things that are going down this year that you should buy in 2015? Go
Brandy.
to oxygenfinancial.net.
That's what I want to know.
Go to oxygenfinancial.net and get the 5
It'll
things
cost
that you
you.
should buy this year in 2015. Brandy, I did not have you on the list, but I
Add me on there.
could add number 6.
Because prices are going up.
Nice.
Touche.
Randy.
Nicely done.
Randy, Brandy.
Nicely done.